Let's do the opposite for you Final Fantasy fans. Oh, Final Fantasy fans. Yay. Final Fantasy fans. Yay. Hey, guys, what are we looking at here? Oh, this couldn't be more Zelda Ocarina of Time stuff, could it? No, but is it Mario 64? Yeah, it's Mario 64. Yeah, see these two like power, but we're not going to get into this because you know why we're not going to get into this? Because here's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story. Okay, I know all you diehard Final Fantasy fans. I do. But there's a difference between me and you when it comes to Final Fantasy, okay? And I'll understand to you why. And I know you want me to show the other picture of the Master Sword being blocked and how disgusting it is and how nasty it is and how IGN loves me and how Geoff loves me. You know, everybody loves me, dude. Do you know why Morgan Webb gave critical reviews to Skyward Sword? Because it's the best game ever. It really is. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's a cheap, affordable game, and it's one of the best games. It's one of my top-tier video games. It really is. I'm telling you, top tier out of all video games. But let me tell you something. There's even Garium's hair. We don't even talk about Garium's hair, okay? Because I'm not a mean person. And that's a problem you all have, too, is you guys can't understand why I'm so ahead of the game. But let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you. All right. So my friend tells me about Final Fantasy, right? Okay. Final Fantasy VII. Let's talk about your favorite, Final Fantasy VII. But isn't that like so distracting how they had the two towers crashing down? Gee, I wonder why would they distract you? Because this is what Final Fantasy fans really want to hear, okay? So guess why you were distracted, okay? Guess why you were distracted and you weren't paying attention to actual good video games, okay? Let me tell you what was going on, okay? People weren't even paying attention, believe it or not. They were really, back in the day, they were hating on Majora's Mask. But they should have paid attention to Majora. Why didn't they pay attention to Majora? Because Majora was haunted as hell. Majora was like very good, very well done. Zelda was just on a roll, dude. But like here, we're not going to talk about Zelda being on a roll, okay? We're not going to go all to the Zelda fanboyism, okay? Because that's the problem with you. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the biggest problem with you. You guys don't know who I am. Nobody knows who I am. You want to know what my favorite kind of game is? Get this. That's up to me when I want to tell you. But you know, here's the thing that's making me angry at you. Okay, so now you get to hear it. You get to hear what you want to hear. Listen to this. I own Ico. I own Shadow of Colossus. I own a PlayStation 3. I own a Nintendo Switch. I own an Xbox One. I own that mole game. I have that on my Xbox One. Okay? So I have Blaster Master on my Xbox. Did you know that? I have Blaster Master on my Xbox because I want some achievements on Blaster Master, okay? So let me try and get it down to you guys, okay? Get it down to you on a level. I just know good video games. I'm a smart person. I know what I'm talking about versus not knowing what I'm talking about. But you know, it's crazy. Did you know in this picture right now that I'm showing you, there's something else you're not paying attention to, but I'm not going to tell you. Did you hear what I said? I'm not going to tell you. I want to repeat it to you again. I'm not going to tell you. So let me get this straight to you, okay? Let me get this straight to you. I know. You watched the Final Fantasy trailer, and how creepy was that, right? How creepy was that? But you know, that was the thing. Here's the cosis of everything, okay? What happens was, it's not like fanboyism. It's when a Zelda game comes out, all the games surrounded around trying to compete with Zelda, all the movies get overshadowed just because Zelda is just... And here's the biggest problem you have to run into, okay? Skyward Sword. I've seen TV shows, man. I've seen movies. I've seen everything this planet has to offer. I'm a big Detroit Lions fan. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm a variety guy. I have a different outlook on things, okay? So let me tell you how naive you are. I know it's sad. It's sad. It's like, see, the screen's blacking out again. It always does this when I'm on a roll, dude. Like, let me tell you. Okay, so a long time ago, there was like scripts and ideas, like a Zelda PC game, and it had scripts and ideas. And don't you think a game after 10 years and they work on a story, it's probably going to be a really good story. And you know what? That's the biggest problem I have. The biggest problem I have is, think about it. I don't hate Final Fantasy. I liked Final Fantasy 8. I did not enjoy 7. I liked Mystic Quest. I liked 6, right? But like, we're not gonna get into the Final Fantasy games I enjoyed, okay? Because we're not gonna get into a whole topic of that. We're just gonna get to this point. Did you know that I liked the Final Fantasy games? So when you're talking, it's kind of like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's what I mean. You're so stupid. You've always been stupid. This has been you. You've been like the Final Fantasy people I've known for a long time. And I understand. You want to be dedicated to your game series. There's nothing wrong with that. But the biggest problem is, if you're going to go against somebody else that's talking about video game knowledge that you don't know anything about, you got to research. And then you got to give me a topic. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to give me a challenge. And then once you give me a challenge, then, maybe I'll accept and consider your challenge. But that's the biggest problem that you're running into, okay? See, like, let me tell you something. I don't like Zelda Twilight Princess. I like Midna, the character, but I don't like the gameplay. I don't like the environment. I don't like the background story. I really hate Zelda Twilight Princess. I do. I don't like people. It's like you're going to have something you don't like, okay? There's going to be something that you're just not attached to, or you're not paying attention to. But I know. Why am I paying attention to all the good stuff this planet has to offer? I don't know why. I have no idea. Do you want, here's the thing. I didn't have Soul Hackers for the longest time. So get that. I didn't get to play Soul Hackers or Enemy Zero, okay? So it's not like every time I'm just like on fire, it's not like every time I'm like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. It's like, come on, guys. Like, I saw a little bit of Enemy Zero though, but it's kind of like, though. But you got to really think about how our world works, dude. Some people have to pay attention to a movie, and if they didn't pay attention to a movie like Star Wars, they never would have got the secrets in Star Wars, right? So some people had to pay attention to a TV show. Unless they paid attention to a TV show, they didn't get something from that, right? So, but if you actually are passionate about something, which you're not, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes me mad, is that none of you are passionate. I can tell you're not passionate, because if you were passionate, you'd probably keep your mouth quiet. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. I mean, it's like, okay, guys, like, come on. I understand. It's YouTube. We want to have debates. We want to have talks. I get that. But at the end of the day, you got to learn how to find stuff, okay? You got to learn how to say, why did they remake this game twice? You know what I mean? Did you even know that that's what worries me the most, that Zelda's hiding a secret? And that's what worries a lot of people. Like, can you imagine? You're like, oh, I'm focused on this Mario 64 secret. Oh, I'm focused on this. Ico could have a secret too, and I've been like playing Ico, and Ico's been really ticking me off. Do you get that? That's not no fanboyism. That's none of that. It's just like, gosh dang it, Ico's making fun of me, and I love how much Ico's making fun of me. But like, that's the thing. You're always learning something new, whether you're doing an exercise, whether you're, drinking creatine water. Whether you're getting some kind of pill, whether you're, like iron pill, whatever that is, whether you're eating chocolate again, you're always doing something, But like, here's the thing, guys. I've had an idea of something I wanted to tell you about, because I know some of you guys are curious of some things, right? Because I have very good knowledge, but I have to wait until I break it down, okay? Because once I break it down, it will make sense. Okay. But if I don't break it down, it's gonna suck, dude. You know what I mean? But like, take notes today. I literally made a video about Madden 24. Nobody is like paying attention to Madden 24. And I find Madden 24 interesting. I find it interesting that Japanese developers are working on an American-made game, But like, if you want, I know you guys want this breakdown. You want the actual good stuff. I know. But to get good stuff, oh my gosh, dude, you got to do something. You know, like I always look at this picture of Garium right here too, because I'm screwed with it too. Even though I have kind of an idea what's going on, I'm still a little screwed up from it because here Garium was, and nobody's paying attention to my knife videos. They didn't pay attention to my knife videos of this knife thing about how Garium's just throwing knives at Link. And it's like, hello, what do you think's going on here? Doesn't that sound pretty scary that somebody's throwing knives at you with levitating knives and making them like a hula hoop? And, you know, it's like, come on, guys. I mean, but like, don't even talk to me about the fact like how like Garium, he falls off a platform, okay? So he'll fall off a platform, and it is so odd. It is very odd. But it's not the fact. I get it. Nintendo just keeps winning. They win, and then they win again. They win again. They win again, and then they win again. But you got to realize, guys, they're hiring Sony people. So don't always be like, oh, no, it's the end of the world. Oh, no. Like they're hiring different people that you just don't see. You're not working with a team, dude. And another thing, if you want to know why I observe things so much, I can read code. It's a weird thing I have. I can read code of a game. But you got to learn how to read codes of a game. And if you don't know how to read codes of a game, then you probably don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to learn, you know, we all have to learn when we're playing a video game. There's some video games that frustrate us. Does it even bother you that Garium's hand looks like a Yoshi? You know what I mean? Like, or it looks like a lizard, or looks like, I don't know, King Cruel. Does that even bother you? I don't know. But like, see, that's me being nice enough to give you like some decent thoughts. You know, stuff you don't think about, right? But we're just like I get it. I get it. Repetition. Okay. I get it. Like there's so many things. And it's like, why do I keep going back to this thing? You know, that's exactly how the Final Fantasy community is. They're like, how many dang times am I going to play a Zelda game? That's exactly what the Final Fantasy community is like. But you got to understand, okay, eventually Square Enix is going to learn their lesson. They're going to learn their lesson, and it's going to be a hard lesson, but they're going to learn. And they actually did pretty good, even though they had the sword. And there's nothing wrong with the whole sword scene. Trust me, there was nothing wrong with that whole sword scene. Because unlike Link, she was having to drag the sword with both her hands, so that was a different thing. So I get it. I get the whole fuse finger thing. But, you know, here's the thing, too. Can we just like can we pause for a minute and just realize that like we have Disney people talking about Final Fantasy? You know what I mean? Like nothing against Disney. Disney can be good sometimes, but as you guys as the Final Fantasy community, you should know that this whole Disney collaboration is very stupid. Shouldn't you know that? I hope you should know that. But you know, yeah, I love playing the old Final Fantasy games, you know. I like to but that's only when I get like a chance to see if I relate to it. I'm always about the ores, guys. The ores. I love the ores. I've loved the ores thing. The first time I saw the ores, I thought it was hilarious. Like, give me all your ores. I love that. That was hilarious. That was pretty good. That was pretty done well by them. But like, I've wanted to give you this too, guys, because like I understand. I really get it. You're like, man, this is like one of the best Zelda fans I've ever seen in my life. Who is this guy? That's me. That's me essentially. That's always me. And that's like that's the thing about me, dude. Like I just get Zelda. I get Zelda well. I just randomly played a Zelda game, and then I was like, oh, I enjoy Zelda, you know. I don't enjoy it the most, you know. I've played so much Zelda, it's kind of annoyed me. Let me tell you something. I show you good stuff too, and that's what makes me mad. Can you believe that I show people like some decent content, and it's like, I'm like, guys, let me tell you what work and effort goes to. Did you know the music that you listen to, the TV shows that you listen to, the stuff that you look at in life,
the screens, whatever you're looking around in your area, whatever you're doing, whether you're trying to learn football, whether you're trying to draw, whether you're trying to craft, whether you're trying to like get different styles, whether you're trying to do home decoration, whatever you're trying to do, okay? That's what you should be focused on. It's just an effort of what you're doing. Some people learn things just differently, and I'm not even close to perfect. There's times where I'm like, oh man, I forgot that. Oh my gosh, I forgot that. Geez, if my diet was better, maybe I'd be doing a little bit better, you know? But like you gotta it sucks, man. Like I'm being nice to you. You guys have to find yourself, okay? And finding yourself, that's your biggest problem. It's not me. It's you're not finding yourself. As soon as you don't find yourself, that's what happens. Then you're just continuously doing something you don't like. But it's like I stood on Shadow of Colossus, dude. I was really mad at Shadow of Colossus, and like I love video games, so that was like a drive point for me. I already knew what I was comfortable with, you know, as opposed to not what I was comfortable with. Okay. But like you have to review games. Okay. So that's what I do, guys. That's another thing I do that's not seen. I do review games. And when I give you a review on a game, whether I like it or not, I'm giving you like the opinion right away. And like, I even like today was like looking at like this Madden 24 video, and people probably did not appreciate my review, but it's just the truth. It's the truth, dude. I'm not going to play a Madden game that's not designing the gameplay good. And I understand you guys like Angry Joe Rant. I think that's his name. Did I say his name right? Angry Joe Rant. I actually find some of his stuff entertaining. But let me tell you, sometimes you can break down a video in different ways. That's why you listen to other reviewers. There's Michael Pachter. There's different people that review different video games. And as soon as you listen to them, you might learn a new technique or so. That's why I listen to Morgan Webb, even though she does drive me nuts. Because she did give this game a 4 out of 5. I would never give this game a 4 out of 5. I'd give this a 5 out of 5 all day. I know. I'm just like, I don't even know, guys. Like, I tried so much for PlayStation. I really did. You wouldn't believe how much I tried for PlayStation. They were believing Uncharted was a good game, you know? I was like, oh, come on. Like PlayStation was being lazy for the longest time, guys. And that's why the PlayStation 5's library has been such trash. Like, it's so trash that you need a Japanese PS5 just to play Ico. What's that about, you know? Like, are you really going to be buying Japanese gift cards? Seriously, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but like, are you seriously going to like tax yourself, buy a PS5, and then you're going to go and buy all that? You have to see it through, dude. You have to see stuff through. You have to see, like, the only thing that I could ever get from like a Japanese cards is it would have to be a game that I'm just like, oh man, that's exclusive. But like Ico is a game that was on the PS3, you know, is a game on the PS2. It's you seeing something that makes sense, okay? But most of the time you're seeing something that does not make sense, okay? Most of the time, and it's easy to see something that does not make sense, okay? So it's very easy to see something that does not make sense. But if you want to see something that takes work and effort, you're going to have to work a little hard. And you're going to be a little frustrated. I get what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going to do this, what I'm doing right here, okay? And I'm going to always be happy or be like at an adequate state, okay? I'm human, right? So, but yeah, you should really look into what a real Zelda game is, too. I already knew Skyward Sword was a really good game. I loved Wind Waker. I know what makes a Zelda game good. I loved Minish Cap. I loved Majora's Mask, okay? I know what's going to make a Zelda game fun. But if the Zelda game's not registering or clicking with me, you know. And that's the thing, too. People are critical towards Phantom Hourglass. See, that's what I'm saying. Every Final Fantasy fan is critical towards Zelda games because they're so tired of it. I was a little critical on Spirit Tracks. There were some moments I was critical on Spirit Tracks, okay? But like here's the thing. The way you stop, because I know that's what you want. The way you stop Zelda is you're gonna have to start finding good example games, like looking at Recompile, looking at State of Decay, looking at different games. Okay, people aren't looking at Lucky Tail, man. They aren't. I'm telling you, people are not looking at Lucky Tail, and I love looking at Lucky Tail, but nobody's like looking at that game, dude. So like, you have to see what's an actual good game, and then you have to take in consideration that some people are just like all on a bandwagon of what their game is, and they all want people to pay attention to their game. Did you know? I'll tell you why Final Fantasy VII kind of frustrates me. The gameplay doesn't feel comfortable. Like Final Fantasy VII's gameplay does not feel comfortable when you're playing the game. You kind of feel like crap. It does give you emotion. I agree with the emotion angle of it, but it does make you feel like crap. At least like the newer Final Fantasies, you feel comfortable. This one, though, when you play it, it's like it diminishes anything that's in front of you, and you can still play through it. Okay, you can still play through Final Fantasy VII, but it's like it just doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy game. Okay, and that's I understand though. Final Fantasy has sucked. Yes, it has sucked. It has sucked. It has sucked. It's been a nothing but like a button masher game. It hasn't been good since the Super Nintendo and Game Boy Pocket days. It hasn't been good since like PlayStation 1. It's that's what I'm saying. If you have a passion for it, I can see your passion for it. I'm not biased towards you. You just have to put in research. And honestly, here's the thing too. Just at the end of the day, stop supporting the other stuff that you're supporting. Some people are supporting Genshin Impact. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Because let's say for some weird reason, Xenoblade goes away, or another RPG goes away. Like there's a ton of them. There's Trails, there's so many RPGs in this game. Tales, right? We're not just talking about Xenoblade, but what I'm saying to you is when a good example of an RPG is out in the market and you're not supporting it, then guess what? It goes away, of course, and then you're stuck with this. And Final Fantasy fans are kind of at a loss right now too. I will say that you guys are at a loss right now because it's like, what do you have to do to get somebody to pay attention to want to go and play a Final Fantasy game? And I see the drive. I do. I see the drive of Mario 64. I love Mario 64, but it has this annoying drive, and that's what annoys Final Fantasy fans. Mario 64 has an annoying drive of saying, Mario 64, Mario 64, Mario. What's going to drive you guys nuts, I'm giving you advice, is that you guys don't even know about Mario Galaxy, and Mario Galaxy could be driving you nuts, But here, at the end of the day, if you're going to get somebody to be attention towards a game you like, okay, you got to make sure it has something that's going to capture them, okay? If Zelda Skyward Sword didn't capture me the way it did, I wouldn't play it, but it captures me in a certain way. So as long as it captures me in that way, it's worth my time. But if a game's not worth my time, you will not be seeing me play it. Now, you're probably like, well, what Final Fantasy game would be worth my time playing? I can show you that later. But that has to be carefully thought. That has to be a thing. But it's like people don't pay attention to Ico, man. I'm trying to tell you the truth. The truth of the matter is people are not paying attention to Ico. And Ico is such a rare game. It's actually a rare game. And when you are like ranking tiers, people will not rank Ico at all. And you only have certain people who know about Ico. And those people that know about Ico play Ico versus the other people. That's what's critical. That's why I take all my fanboyism. If you wanted to like have a little bit of my fanboyism, it'd actually be this AEW wrestling game that's coming out, because my fanboyism is always WWE Day of Reckoning. That's my fanboyism, because WWE Day of Reckoning is a unique game, and so is even like the previous ones, like the WrestleMania game that had like where you could fight this tower stages and stuff. But Yeah, so like fanboyism, I don't even stay to fanboyism. Like I could play Day of Reckoning. I haven't played Day of Reckoning in a long time. Okay, I have not played Day of Reckoning in a long time. I haven't played SmackDown versus Raw 2007 in a long time either. So it's like, hello, 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 are you there? Hello, 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 what's going on, guys?